there's plaid, it's paranormal story time. No, there's not a hood. Yes, I'm as disappointed as you are. On this paranormal story time adventure, this is when I was young, adult, teenish. I'll say teenish because I was around like 18, 19 years old when this happened. It probably happened when I was 17 too. I just didn't notice it. Not the point. I was a young adult and I'm at my parents' house because, just getting out of high school and I couldn't sleep. So I would get up out of my bed and I would go over to the computer, which was in like this main room, which had like 5 windows that led to a concrete porch that, the door was not that far from me. And so I would sit at this table desk and I would type screenplays all night because I couldn't sleep, and I'd just do that until I got tired, and then I'd turn it off and I'd go lay down. One night I stood up past usually when I usually do. I'm sorry, I'm tongue-tied a little bit. I'm sorry. One night I stayed up past usual time I usually stay up till. It's probably like 2:30, 2:45, maybe 3. This one night I couldn't sleep at all. I wasn't even tired. So I kept writing, like typing, and it was around like 3:30 and I heard a car door. And I have headphones because I'm listening to music, trying to get the vibe going for my screenplays. Like, I need this music to inspire me for this scene. Yes, that's how I work it. And I heard a car door. And my parents have like a camera outside pointed out to our driveway so we could see if anybody went on our yard or is coming up on the porch. I'm like, who is it? Yeah, so me being a young adult, just getting out of high school, and I'm just like listening to headphones and typing, and I hear a car door at 3:30 a.m. to a vehicle that doesn't sound familiar to me. For one, I'm hearing an engine, and then I heard a car door, and then I heard the engine turn off, and I'm hearing footsteps up the path. Now, I have headphones on. How am I hearing all of that? And, like, the video camera does not have audio. So it's only just viewing. And all I did was look at the monitor, see no vehicle that's not supposed to be there. I see nobody walking on the path. And so I'm just sitting there, and I stop typing, and I look over, and I see shadows of 2 people walking past the windows. And there's 5 windows. There's 2 windows, like, next to me on my left, and then there's 3 windows in front of me on this concrete porch. And I am seeing them walk up the path, turn, and walk over. Yes, we have our porch light on, so I see these figures, and they're opaque, like they're like actual people on my porch, but I see nobody there. And then I'm hearing them talk outside the windows, and I'm just like, am I just tired? What's going on? This is, again, happening around 3:30, and I just take off my headphones, pause the song, and I'm listening. I don't say anything. I don't move. I just listen. And it's a man and a woman, and they're talking. They are going back and forth about, they're just having a conversation. I was freaked out, and I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I was like, there's people on my porch, and I like slowly get up, and I walk around the table very quietly, not to disturb the dog or the cat or whatever, and I walk over, and I look out the window, because there's a window on the door, but here's the thing, there's a curtain, so they can't see me. I can see shadow people, like people's figures of like the light coming from behind them, that type of shadow on the on like the door window, and I'm like, there's people here. And I was like, I don't want to move the little curtain thing because then they'll see me and then I'll have to answer the door and I cannot talk to people. I have social anxiety, damn it. Yes. Even back then, I was very extrovert, but I was also very like, I have anxiety. So, I, hear them talk and then they go. They like walk off the porch onto the path and back to the car, and then I don't hear them again. Like, this is like a residual, or I think that's what you call it, where literally they are just replaying like a scene in their life. And that is my only idea why this happens, because it happened the next night. And the night after, and the next night, and the next night. That's right, because I was like, nope, I have to know. And I understood now what was the conversation. I heard their last conversation they had, because I have no idea about who these people are, but I'd like to know. Basically, a vehicle drives up on the driveway. They get out of the vehicle, turn it off, they walk up, and it just sounds like two people coming home. And it's like, okay, these two people are coming home. They're having a conversation, and it's kind of like mumbles. Like, and then it started getting clearer and clearer every night I listened, and basically the conversation was... I'm forgetting the beginning part of it, because again, it's still really mumbled, and I heard the ending part, like mid-end, where it's all like, I thought I had my keys. Well, this is what I mean. You probably dropped them by the car. No, I totally had them on me. It's like someone changed the locks or something. And so that's the conversation. She basically like invalidated it. Like, oh, you probably just have the wrong keys. It's fine. Let's go back to the car. And then they walk off. That's it. That is the whole conversation. Basically what I can remember of what I was listening to. And now I'm thinking back. What if I go back to my parents' house? Because yes, they still live there. And there's a few other things that happened there, paranormal-wise, that, my mom's like, I don't want to know. She goes, I live here, I don't want to know. I'm like, fair enough, okay. Sorry. But that was one of them that I even asked my dad, and my dad's like, I hear nothing. I hear nothing while they're talking outside, and he sees nobody there except I see them. That is the thing of how I'm so used to people just saying they don't see it, they don't hear it. And I'm just sitting there going, so I don't know what to do with that. But there you go, paranormal story time. I've actually heard people, seen people, but I've not seen it on camera. It's not caught on camera. And I can hear things through my headphones, which means I wasn't hearing it with my actual ears. I was like seeing a memory like play out over and over again every single night at 3:30 a.m. at my parents' house. And yes, I did hear keys trying to go into the door, and yes, the door handle did jingle. It did move. So yeah, I wanted to let you know, while editing, I noticed I didn't actually say those words. Yes, there was keys. He did try to come in, jingle, jingle. So yeah, that's why I also got scared when I first heard it, because I was like, someone's trying to break in. So there you go.